Okay, I'd like to welcome you today to our Saturday Team Maniac training. I'd like to welcome everybody here from all around the world. We are recording this today. It will be up on our YouTube channel for everyone so that you have team members that couldn't make this training today. They can get in on it. We have a lot to cover. I want to start with old news and then we're going to get to new news. Only I've got some new news in the old news. How many of you would like to receive your space stations? How many of you are excited about getting your space stations? Well, here is the official news. Space stations will be shipped into the USA the first week of August, and they will ship out from probably Iowa or Miami, one of the two, starting the second week of August. So starting in 2 weeks, you will start seeing space stations being delivered. Canada, yours will come through the U.S. The Fidelity plans will also go live at that time. So you'll want to make sure you check your back office because remember, there's going to be several plans to choose from. You've got $29 plans if you want, just this or just that a la carte. You've got the $49 plans. You've got the $69 plan. So there's going to be several plans to choose from. You're going to want to make sure you get in. We will be coordinating with everybody. Remember, guys, what we're doing here. Everybody is going to purchase the Fidelity plan the same week. I am looking for the third week in August. That will give everybody time to get their money together, to get focused, get tuned in so they can be turned on. Hope you got that phrase there. And the third week of August, we're going to all do it at the same time. Now, why are we going to do that? We are going to do that so that a whole bunch of people make rank, jump rank, and make a boatload of money. Start thinking now for the third week in August to have your Fidelity plan. I will let everybody know via email, via our Facebook group, via Google, via everything that I can on when we're going to do that. Now, you will have a whole week, as long as it doesn't have to be a specific day, as long as it is a day within the same business period. The reason we want that in the same business period is so that we can get a whole bunch of people to Diamond. That's our goal, is to get many of you, Kim and Viv and Dave and who else? Anybody else in here want to go Diamond? Ernest, Carol, MJ, a lot of you. So by doing this all in 1 week, we will see a ton of ranks broken. Remember, our goal as a team is to have the most amount of diamonds in Las Vegas and then in Dubai. That is where everything starts with this company. So I want you to keep in mind and keep your mind opened for what is coming because of all of the announcements that we're going to be making. So now we're going to start with, I posted in the Facebook group and it's in your back office, but I know that sometimes just looking at screens without knowing the story behind them can be a little bit difficult. So we're going to go through everything today for you, and then we're going to hit some more training. Today we're going to go through everything that happened in Hong Kong, from the new joint ventures with 2 new companies to process improvements, new brand image, our products, and the final target of this company. The joint ventures, World and Quality Technology Industrial Limited, have signed a joint venture to become a giant of IT production in the MLM industry. Quality is the name of the company, Connecting Your Life. Now, these guys have 10 years of experience in international quality standards of producing high volumes of IT products. They've got an internal art research and development department and testing quality system. These are the people that have partnered with us now that will be helping produce all of our products so that we do not have a lag. Here is their production capabilities, folks. 2 million helos every month and 1 million mobile devices every month. Think about that. We will be able to have stock everywhere and not be short of product. The benefits of this are obvious. It's going to give the company the production capabilities that they need to meet the soaring demand. And believe me, the demand is going to soar when you see everything today. You guys are going to get so turned on, and if you stay tuned in, you're going to become a millionaire. It's also going to allow us to have high stock availability in every country. So your stock will not have to come from Shenzhen, or, if you're in Australia, it'll come from actually, if you're in Australia, it will come from Shenzhen. But if you are in an area like the United States and Canada, like Europe, like Asia, you're going to have a place that all stock will come to and then be dispersed. So there will never be a shortage of stock. We all know that have been waiting, some of us patiently, some of us not so patiently, for a new international customer care. And we have a new research and development department in Shenzhen because of the partnership. The restructuring includes a new company, World Network Hong Kong. Now this company will take the new phase of the world distribution model towards our goal of $1 billion USD, and that's the target. And they want to do that in the next year and a half. By 2018, we want to be a billion-dollar company. Now, guys, I firmly believe, and always have believed, for those of you that know me, that this company can hit $1 billion before that. It was just a matter of getting the products in people's hands. And once that happens, they have no clue what's about to hit them from our team. They have no clue. Because quite honestly, I don't think corporate knows the quality of people that we've brought into this team. They don't know who you are yet, but they're fixin' to know who we all are, right? So World Global Network Hong Kong has been born. This is the company that will take the new phase and get us to the $1 billion. It's the partnership. World Global Network Singapore and UK will stop their activity. The main operative company is World Corporation USA. Now this is the OTC company, currently WRMT. Let me make it very clear. Some people are purporting that we are a publicly traded company. We are not. It is our parent company that is a publicly traded company, and it will stay that way. WRMT, however, because of the joint venture, will change its stock symbol. And that's why you've seen some of the, a lot of people have jumped on the bandwagon of, oh, World Global Network screwed up. They didn't file their paperwork on time and all kinds of things. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and you don't know what you don't know. There has been a lot going on. Because of this partnership, the OTC company stock symbol will change. You will have World WRD Network of Hong Kong and WRD Shenzhen Company Limited. Because of laws, there will be a representative in Dubai. Under those three companies come the sub-companies. Again, the main operative company is World Corporation USA. So the sub-companies are going to be the companies that you see there. And you're going to notice that these are companies where we have offices. WGN International, Tunisia, Thailand, India, USA, Morocco, Vietnam, Colombia, Europe, China, Paraguay, Russia, and South Korea. You see them all there. This is also a map of where they all are, just so you all can take a look at that and see it. And again, all of this is in your back office. The restructuring. WRMT has become the Central Corporation World Media and Technology, changes to World Corporation. So you're going to see the stock symbol change. Now here's some very exciting news. The company, because of the partnership, the joint venture, is of course focusing on building our business by product sales and strategic acquisitions. And the share price is going to increase because of that. So, WRMT is preparing a very limited, restricted private placement. Private placement means you're not going to buy it over the counter. There will be a private offering for any of you that want to participate in it at $2.50 a share. That will be very limited. They'll decide how many shares of stock they want to sell at that price. And then there will be a second round, and I'm sure that will be more. The parent company, WRMT, which is now going to be World Corporation, is the publicly traded company. We want to keep those separate. Big distinction there. I hear a lot of people telling people in presentations and online that we're publicly traded. That is not correct. And in fact, that is misleading. Our network marketing company is not a publicly traded company. Our parent company, World Media and Technology Corp, as we know them, is the publicly traded entity. Once the new stock ticker is created, there will be the private placement at $2.50. Look for announcements from the company for that. I know, Cherie, and I apologize for that. I do my very best to not exaggerate and to make sure that people are getting true and correct facts, but there are people out there that maybe they don't understand. I know that some of them understand and they just keep telling people we're publicly traded. I've mentioned it to them, but they don't seem to change their ways. And I think that's their way of trying to make us look better than we are. But in fact, when you propagate wrong information, you make us look bad. So I always try to make sure that I'm giving the most absolute correct information that I can. I'm not perfect. I know I make mistakes. And if I find that I've said something that's wrong, I always go back and will change that. So you're definitely right. We need to clear up as many misnomers as we can. Okay, process improvements. There is a detailed action plan in place to improve key areas of our business. Many of us have been very frustrated. I feel and hear and see all of your frustration on a daily basis. And you guys all know I take that to the company. And I've told you before, sometimes I think it hurts me with the company because I get in their face about it. I'm polite, but I let them know, guys, you got to get this stuff fixed. Well, they have heard us. And I've said all along, they're listening. But you cannot turn the Titanic in 20 seconds. And you have to look at this company as the Titanic. This is so massive and so huge, it baffles my mind sometimes. And when I sit and look at people like I did last night and look in their eyes and say, you can be a millionaire here, I mean it. I mean it like every word of it. Because those that have stuck this out and not quit and not put negative online and got kicked out of this company, you will be the ones that will prosper from here forward. World, our stock production and stock management, these are the areas that they're having improvements in. Accounting and financial flow, business portal, customer care, and the sales department. Stock production and stock management. Because of the partnership with Quality Tech Corporation company, from September, the stock will be what they're saying stock positive. That means that there will be starting to show up in all logistics centers around the world enough stock to get everybody their products in a timely fashion. Now, one of the other things that's happening is that you will have, some of you are going to jump through your seats right now, you will have the opportunity, Ernest, to buy products in bulk at a discount and then resell them. So you can, now you have to have the financial means to go into the back office and say, I want 1,000 helos, but there will be an option for you to buy things in bulk and then resell them. Now let's just say, because a bunch of us are getting ready for a fair here, let's just say that we decided to go in and buy 1,000 helos and have them delivered. We're going to get a discount on that. Let's just say that somebody from the Canadian team drove down to the fair and they wanted to buy one of our helos. They can do that, even though they're not on the same team as these people, because they will have a way of registering that within their upline. That number that goes with it, that voucher number, will allow you to register that with your line of sponsorship so that your sponsor gets the fast start bonus. But the person that sold it to you is going to make a few bucks too because they got it at a discount. So this is a win-win situation, folks. Huge win-win situation. Now, it is going to take Quality Technology Company probably about 8 weeks to get up and going to full speed. That's why they're saying in August it'll be a better turnaround time. By September, they will be able to produce 2 million helos a month and 1 million phones a month. In reality, we all really do have to wait another 6 or 8 weeks to see massive improvement. But you're going to start seeing improvement right away. Mainly because most of you are going to start getting your space stations, and then finally, some people can just shut up about world not delivering. And I'm just being real blunt, folks. I know some people don't like that. This is a team training. There's no guests on here. This is just you and I talking together. I know some of you have been frustrated, rightfully so. I know, some of you have made some mistakes about posting things online that get you into trouble. We've even had some people terminated. I want you all to protect yourselves and not do that. World is delivering, and they're delivering in a big way. And as we continue to go through this, you're going to see that. There will be new affiliate agreements that will be available for anybody that wants to purchase or do the bulk purchases. And this way, you'll be able to register products with the correct line of sponsorship. I'm not sure how all that's going to play out yet. We will all be in the know as things unroll here. I also know that the company is going to start doing some more direct communication. Remember, I've told y'all they're listening. They may not move as fast as all of us would like, but they have listened. And Fabio and the executives will be doing some direct communication with all of us. So that's a really good thing. The pay plan compensation rules in intra-countries, we all know that right now we have 2 different compensation plans. It's very important. I know I am getting calls every day. Somebody on the team posted a video that is not correct on how you get to executive in the United States, Canada, Europe, and India. So I need you all to be very, very careful about whose videos you're watching and what you're tuning into, because honestly, it creates a lot more work for me, because I have to go back and then explain to people that are watching all these videos that, no, this person is not correct, and here's why, and here's where you can see that they're misquoting or they're misstating things. So be very careful on what you're telling people. Make sure you understand your compensation plan. Accounting and financial flow. Credit card payments are all now 3D secure. If you do not know what that means, call your bank. Most credit cards these days are already 3D secure. However, if you go to purchase a product and I'm going to tell you right now, prepaid credit cards, prepaid debit cards that you go buy, Green Dot and all of those, are not going to work in our system. They are just not. You are going to have a credit card in your name that is 3D secured by your bank. That means verified by Visa and the one for MasterCard. It's very simple to do. Just call your bank and tell them you need to make sure that your card is 3D secure. If you run into people, and we're going to, that don't have a credit card or a bank account for one reason or another. There's lots of people that just don't like banks. I'm one of them, but because I travel so much, I have to have access to money, and you don't want to always carry cash. In that instance, all you have to do is get these people to pay you the cash. When you sign them up, click on the forward link and forward the invoice to you, and then you can pay it. You cannot pay for somebody else's with your credit card through their website. It will not let you. It sees it as fraud. All you simply do is sign them up. On the payment page, you click forward invoice. You put in the username that you want to forward it to, and it will send it over to that person. When you log into your back office, that invoice is sitting there. You pay for it, and those people are upgraded. It really is a simple process. So number one, if you have credit cards, make sure they are 3D secure through your bank. Number two, if you don't, you're going to have to use the forward invoice, or you can wire money to your World Global Money wallet. The directions are right in your back office. It's very simple. Everything's already there. You can also pay for product by wiring it directly to your World Global Money. Financial flow and management with the intra-companies, with payments and with commissions. Because everything's 3D secure now and they've taken the steps that they need to take, I think things are going to run a lot more smoothly going forward. The company has hired, I've told you that before, per Antonio DeRosso and Fabio Galdi. They have hired a guy out of the United States and someplace else, I forget where, that are rebuilding the whole website. You will have better control of your business within the next 90 days. They are redoing everything. This will give you, also you will have access through a dedicated app called My World. The My World app will allow you to do anything and everything right from within the app on your phone. This is what it looks like. So your business portal will be accessible right through this secure app on your phone, and it does so many things. From you'll be able to sign people up, you'll be able to chat, you'll be able to form groups and send messages to whole groups and whole teams. You'll be able to read announcements from the company. You'll be able to import all of your contacts, access your back office and everything that's part of your back office, your website to sign people up, buy things right from your phone, everything. And it is, okay, customer care starting very soon, like right now. Come September, not only will you have the new web portal and the info center, but you'll have a full knowledge base, news, and brand new tutorials on everything. The ticketing system will be 100% improved. There will be official 24/7 live phone support in every local company in English, Spanish, French, Russian, Arabic, and Thai. We've been waiting a long time for that because of the merger. This merger allows them to use this outside company that does this professionally. So we will have live support 24/7 all around the globe. New international phone service built with an international company and experts in customer care. This is not going to be, don't worry, you're not going to get somebody from the United States and make a call and get somebody that doesn't speak English in Italy. They will understand your local language, whether it's English, Spanish, French, Russian, Arabic, or Thai. I'm sure as we grow, those languages will expand as well. The sales department. Regional sales executive for all of Asia is Monchi. I'm not going to try to say his last name there because it just won't come out right and I will do a disservice to it. But Monchi is going to be in charge of and take care of anything that comes up for Asia. Okay? And guys, we already, let me tell you, we are the first team. My team is the first team to have people in Laos, in Vietnam, in South Korea already. For those of you that have team members in those countries, don't let them lose out by sitting on their hands. If they move now, they will own those areas. So you do not want to sit on your hands. I've already had people call me and say, I wanted to sponsor so-and-so in Thailand, but they're already in. That's because Thailand's going crazy right now, folks. absolutely crazy. Some of you are benefiting from that volume. Do not sit on your hands and let the same thing happen in Laos, in Vietnam, in Taiwan, in China, in Japan. Get moving. Vietnam is a hot, 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 hot market right now. If you don't know anybody in Vietnam, find somebody in Vietnam. Search the internet. Find somebody. Sign them up. That way you can own a big portion of that part of the world and not somebody else's team. Okay? Leaders get account managers. You already know I have an account manager who handles everything that I need handled, and she does a great job of it as well. Corporate identity. World updates its logo and its public image to reflect the new forward-looking dynamic in the company. Now, we all know that World with the brackets around the L has gotten people's attention for the last 5 years. So they didn't want to change that, but what they did do is kind of update it, tilt it to the right a little bit, and if you notice there are points, let me point this out, there are points on these brackets that kind of push you in a circle. You know, all things come around. That's the way I look at it. Where we connect people. So and they changed the font a little bit. That's the only difference. But it is a small difference. We think it's a small difference, but remember, they have to register that logo, they trademark that logo, and now they have to change the logo everywhere. That's going to take months. Don't look for the new logo to be available on the products that you're going to get right now, because that's not going to happen. It's going to take them a while. And there it is reversed. So you saw it, light background, dark font, dark background, light font. I personally happen to like this one better. The back dark round, the light font. That, you know, that's just a personal preference. Okay, so here they tell you rebranding is going to take time. It needs to be implemented on all products, services, and branch offices. Brand usage manual will be available in your back office. What they're telling you is they're going to have a manual that gives you the logos that you can use in HD, but also how you can use them and how you cannot use them. Never, 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 never try to change any of the company stuff. That's trademarked. You get in big trouble for doing that. Never, ever try to change any of the company's stuff. All right, let's get into some more product previews. Spence, you're so funny. Checking my heart rate on my Hilo from this news. It's gone up 35 beats per minute. Well, okay, so Spence, now you need to sit down and take a few deep breaths, because now when it gets really exciting. I mean, I know everybody's been waiting for space stations. I know you have all been taking grief from your teams. I know some of you have given me a lot of grief, but I'm going to tell you, those of you that have not, to give a very big, heartfelt thank you to all of you that have weathered the storm, that have stayed the course, that have kept cooler heads, that haven't cussed me out, that, you know, haven't put negative things on a public forum that could get you kicked out of the company. You guys are the ones that are now going to be blessed beyond belief. Beyond belief. So thank you for that, and let's keep going. So let's go to product preview. Let's start with the mobile division. The new family of phones, of smartphones, is called Infolio. Now, this name was chosen to represent the new and upcoming family of phones that are being offered by World Global Network. And you guys are going to be so excited. In November, starting in November, now it could be sooner. It could be, but I'm not going to guarantee that. The company is saying November. It's going to take the company a little bit of time to get all the manufacturing changed over, to get, you know, the partnership, all the paperwork's done on that, but now they got to get ramped up. It could be sooner, but please, let's just hang out for November. the brand new InFolio widescreen phone will be available. This is our flagship product. It's got a 5.5-inch AMOLED screen. It'll be ready for market in 2016. Now check this out. The InFolio double screen. 5.5-inch double screen. It's in development. It will be available second quarter of 2017. So 6 months from now. And as you know, every company, we are no exception, will come out with a phone every 6 to 8 to 12 months. The InFolio double screen is a phone that has a screen on both sides, front and back. There's going to be so many uses for it, I don't even know, but we'll find out. A first of its kind again. Again, a first of its kind. Now let's get to the new InFolio that will be available in November. You see, it looks a lot like our space phone, but remember, they're rebranding that, renaming it InFolio family of phones. The InFolio phones are just as beautiful as the existing space phone. They will come in 3 colors, the white and gold, and the black and titanium like we have now, and pink. I know some of you don't care about a pink phone. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Really, really cool. So, yes, Ryan, it is nuts to have a phone with screens on both sides. And I am going to order the pink one and the white and gold one. Just because. I want to have a pink phone. Here's the back of them. Still the very same low profile. Still the very thinnest and lightest phones on the market, but very, very different inside. Very different. These have a full aluminum body. They have the thin design that we're used to. They come in 3 colors, gold, titanium, and pink. They are gorgeous. This is an option. You can get high-level laser printing customization on the back. So let's just say you wanted to buy a Christmas present for one of your kids. You can get an inscription on the back. For the new phone, for the new person, does he have to wait for the InFolio to order the phone? Yes. The company is not going to put these on the website. The company is not going to put the phones on the website until they are very close to releasing them. So anybody new is going to have to wait until November, possibly sooner, before they will get the InFolio phone. Okay, here's some of the stats on it. 5.5 Super AMOLED LCD touchscreen. Fingerprint sensor. Yay! Android 6.0. Octa-core CPU 64-bit with 3 gigabits of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, as well as your cloud storage of 512 gigs. 20 megapixel rear camera, folks, and an 8 megapixel front camera. Think about that. 20 megapixel rear camera. Hello? These phones already take incredible pictures. Think about what it's going to do now. Rear and front flash. And still a cool looking phone. And then you have My Network app. This is where it gets really, really, really exciting. I know some of you are jumping out of your seats already. My Network app, the first app to actually aggregate and share Wi-Fi through a worldwide map. What does that mean? Aggregate a Wi-Fi zone. It means to make your Wi-Fi accessible to other users of My Network app anywhere in the world. Now, some of you were paying attention to what I said a few weeks ago about where Fabio was going. Hello. What is the benefit of this? Thousands of people will do the same, and each one can have access for free internet, to thousands of aggregated Wi-Fi zones all around the world. Some of you know what this means and where we're going. Now, how is this possible? By using the app, a list of Wi-Fi available that are available around you will be displayed. You can choose to spread that Wi-Fi and spread that connection with thousands of people, or you can choose not to. But you'll be able to share it with everyone around the world that's on the app. This is what the screens look like, and it just shows you exactly what I just read to you. And it's going to ask you when an aggregated Wi-Fi is available. It's going to say a new Wi-Fi, Service Corp Wi-Fi is detected. Do you want to aggregate it with other My Network users? You can declare that you have the rights to connect to this Wi-Fi, and you can ignore it. Okay? That's a great question, Ken. Russell, what do you think I was talking about a couple weeks ago? I'm talking about this, your aggregated Wi-Fi. But yes, it has to do with your space station as well, because if you are in the vicinity of your space station, you can aggregate that signal with people all around the world that are using this app. I know some of you don't understand this. This is massive. Okay, so now what happens is every time a Wi-Fi becomes available, it's going to tell you, it's going to put the password in, it's going to make that password public, so it's just like setting up a Wi-Fi at your home. How many of you have secured Wi-Fi at home? And then you have a guest Wi-Fi. So you're just going to set this up as a guest Wi-Fi with a password that you're going to give to everybody. And every time you go to that place, your phone is going to work off network, on our network. Are you guys getting this? Is it starting to fall into place? Every time you go to a place where aggregated Wi-Fi has been shared, your phone will automatically pick up that signal and take you off network. You can make calls, surf the internet, send text messages, whatever you want to do. No, you don't need a SIM card to make phone calls. We've talked about that before. You just use your phone on Wi-Fi. Here's what it looks like, and you have full control over the settings. Now let's go to the Wear division. This gets exciting as well. Hilo is a huge success. They've already shipped out over 50,000 of them in more than 80 countries and still going strong. How many of you have heard of the company Toshiba? Do you think most people in the world have heard of the company Toshiba? I'm going to say yes. Toshiba is very well known. They're a Japanese company. The software and the algorithms that are in our Hilo that were developed by World take advantage of the Toshiba AppLite technology. We have a partnership with Toshiba. So when you are sharing your Hilo and you show it to people and they say, well, I've never heard of World, you can say, well, that's okay. Our partner's Toshiba with this. What do you think they're going to say? Toshiba? You're partnered with Toshiba? The automatic credibility. How cool is that? We have a fantastic, I know she's probably not in here because it's 1 o'clock in the morning or something where she's at, but Margaret out of Australia, she has had a very bad sleep disorder for many yeres. Very bad. Do you know she got her Hilo? She didn't say anything to anyone. I didn't even know she had a sleep disorder until she told me about this. Her doctors are involved. It's been very bad. Last week, she got the first night's sleep of 7 straight hours in many years because of her Hilo. She is so sold on Hilo, it isn't funny. It's changed her life. Hilo, as you know, does a ton of things. But it's getting even better. And it will continue to get better. You can get notified when your reports are ready. So it's going to notify you and say, hey, we have your weekly or your monthly or your daily report ready for you. Do you want to see what your body's doing? You can get notified when a single measurement is done. Hey, we just took your blood pressure and here's what it is. We care. It shows you who you're following. So if you have a grandmother or a parent or a family member that you are following their vitals, it's going to be right on your phone. It's going to show who's following you, what people you've shared information with. You will be able to use the search engine to find existing users of Hilo by simply entering their phone number or email. So yes, some of you can put my phone number or my email in there and search for me. However, I have to okay whether you see my information, and I have to say what information is okay to share with you. Now, this is great because it won't share everything. So some of us that may get into a fitness challenge and we want to just share our steps for the day with each other, we can share that, but keep the rest of our vitals private. We decide what we want to share and who we want to share it with. Once they accept the things that you've allowed to share, then they can check your vitals or whatever you've allowed them to check remotely. You also can check their vitals remotely. Guardian SOS. Guardian SOS is our panic button. You now have the capability to add up to 3 contacts in case of an emergency. And it will simultaneously, if that panic button is pushed, it will simultaneously get a hold of all 3 and send them text messages. You can manage those contacts however you want. If you push the SOS button, it will start that emergency call. Those people are going to get interrupted no matter what they're doing. It's going to phone them and send them a text message, and it's going to pop up just like this. There is an urgent request. Anna is sending you an SOS request. You either ignore it, route it, meaning it will give you her exact location, and you can hit call now and it will call her back immediately. So even if Anna is hurt, you might and can't speak, you might be able to speak into the phone and say, Anna, I've got help on the way. Reassure her. Maybe Anna just got a flat tire in the middle of nowhere and she sent an SOS request for you. So there are many, many ways that this can be used. You're going to have to set it up with your family and friends on when they should use the SOS and what for. You can check and manage your quality of sleep. It's going to tell you, what the duration of your sleep was, how much of it was deep sleep, REM sleep, how much of it was light sleep. How many times you woke up during the night. And it gets better than that. Not only, I'm going to go through the rest of this and then I'm going to tell you why it gets better than that. It tracks all of your steps. Keep track of your steps, your distance, and your calories burned. How cool is that? Social emotions. You can share your measurements on Facebook, Twitter. I'm not up to sharing that kind of stuff on a public forum. Some of you may want to. I may take some screenshots just to put up so people can see. But there will be people that want to post this. And in private groups, it may be a great thing, if you're doing a fitness contest or something. You can also share the social emotions on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, all of those. Then your personal emotions. Hilo has the ability to measure your stress levels, your mood swings, and basically how happy you are. City emotions. Now, I don't know how they do this, but it checks the emotional level of your city. I have no idea. I think it uses a bunch of information to do that. The new health plan, based on the information that you put into it, is going to allow you to follow this health plan through the first month, and it's going to get to know you. So, it's going to say the first day, okay, nice to meet you. Hilo is going to say, nice to meet you. Now I have all the information I need. Now we're going to spend a whole day together getting to know each other, meaning it's going to start tracking all of your information and gathering information about how your body works and what you do during the day, when you're sedentary, when you're not, all of that stuff. It's going to become a friend of yours. Then by day that all happens in the first week. Then by day 21, it's to the point where it has seen what your habits are. Because how long does it? Then on day 30, it'll go the first cycle. It'll give you, here's what you should do to improve your health. We need to get your blood pressure down. Here's how long you should walk, and here's what pace you should walk at. Of course, you're going to want to check with your healthcare provider and all of that good stuff, and it's got all of that information in there and those disclosures. But it's going to help you get emotionally, physically fit so you can take control of your health. It's going to help you improve your behavior with tips. So it's going to say, hey, by day 21, I noticed that, At about noon, you sit down and you stay down for about 7 hours. Maybe you should get up and walk a few steps. Also, you will be able to, everybody's asked me this, how do I know when my salts need replacement and whatnot? The app will tell you itself when they need replacing. So if you're an athlete and you're doing a lot of running, a lot of perspiring, a lot of physical activity, and you eat the salt plates up, it's going to tell you, hey, in 3 months you need to go get some more salt plates, as well as the germanium and the hematite. So all of this will be real time within the app on your phone. The germanium will also keep you informed about what it's doing and how it's doing it in your body. Here is a roadmap and an overview of when these next releases will be available. Third quarter of 2016. Blood oxygen, mosquito shield, heat stroke, your plate info, and the new health plan. These are all coming out imminently. The city emotions, the sharing, social sharing, coming out imminently. Right now, we already have the Notify, the We Care SOS, and the sleep quality. All of this is imminent. Brand new product, BioZen. We've had a lot of people, even though our phones and our frequency are much lower than what the cell phone companies use, they still emit EMFs. Everything emits EMFs. The phone you're on right now, the computer you're on, your microwave oven, your TV, the earth emits an EMF at 7.8 gigahertz. Otherwise, if that didn't have that electromagnetic field, you'd fly off of the earth. BioZen is a product that helps protect you against and negate, along with germanium, those EMFs. BioZen is an electrosmog device that will influence your body. You buy it, they're very inexpensive. You put them on your wireless routers, your cell phones, your cordless phones, your power lines, your computers, your monitor, repeaters, transformers, anything that you've got that produces an EMF, and it's going to help your body fight that electrosmog. It is a chip protects against electrosmog, no matter what kind of a device it is, whether it's mobile, tablet, cordless phone, wireless router. You just apply BioZen next to the battery or the power source of the product. So you'll just put it on your phone. It's that simple. This is going to help negate those EMFs. How does BioZen work? Extremely low frequency magnetic fields of uneven strength that interfere with our brains. So anytime you are on a computer, anytime you are on a phone, near a microwave oven, your TV, even the new light bulbs that we're forced to use, they all emit EMFs. Those EMFs interfere with specific proteins and hormones in our brain. And what that does is have our body, because our body uses electrical impulses, EMFs, to make our heart beat, to make our brain work. That's why when people say, oh, I have to eliminate all EMFs. Well, if you eliminate all EMFs, your heart's not going to work. It's plain and simple. You have to have them. You just have to have the good ones and not the bad ones. So what the bad ones do is put out the signal, and they have these peaks and these valleys. And what BioZen does is smooth those peaks and those valleys so that it doesn't interfere with our body so much, so that it allows our body to not feel stressed about those peaks and those valleys. Protection for the human body. So your body, they're saying our organism, uses between 0 and 30 hertz for internal communication. That means your brain uses those frequencies to tell your heart to beat, to tell your lungs to fill and to exhale, to tell you when you have to sneeze, to all the things that our brain tells our body to do that we are not cognizant of. The frequencies that our cell phones emit in this range actually interfere with the communication between the brain and your body. So, with an example of a cell phone call, active phone calls create a low frequency electromagnetic field in the close vicinity to the cell phone. Its levels are inconsistent, meaning it's got peaks and valleys. It contains gaps as well. So what Biozen does is disassemble those peaks and smooth the progression so that our bodies find it more friendly. It's not so interruptive to our bodies. It measures the movement on the human body, so you're going to want to put Biozen on everything. Now, this is currently in development. It will be out soon. They have not given a date. I'm going to say probably the first of next year. If it's out before that, then we have a pleasant surprise. The company, now that it has partnered and has these partnerships and is addressing all of the issues that have been so crucial to so many of us, now is looking toward becoming a billion-dollar company. Their target is for 2018 to hit $1 billion. I'd like to surprise them on that. And all of you have said to me, as soon as we get our space stations, it's no holds barred. Well, you know what? I'm going to hold you to that now. Space stations are coming out. Space stations are now coming out, and it's time to show the world what we can do. I believe this company can hit $1 billion next year. Late next year, maybe, but next year. Because I know the caliber of people that we have on this team worldwide. So I think $1 billion is not going to be that hard to hit. And I know that all of you are going to help this company do it because I know the caliber of you all. Now this comes from the WFDSA. I've done this before for our group and some of my trainings just to show everybody what's going on in the world. Retail sales of the global direct selling industry from 2012 to 2015 by region. Asia Pacific right now in 2015, $84 million, and the Americas only did $62 million. Asia has taken over as the world power when it comes to direct sales. Get your business into Asia, but I'm going to tell all of us here that are in North America, Africa, you've awkward. You guys are at 1%. 1% Africa and the Middle East. It's time to put Africa on the map. So it's time that we get the Americas back up to at least 40%. Africa, you guys are going to get up past 1%. South and Central America, we don't have a big presence yet in South and Central America on this team. There is a big presence from South America in world under Paulo and Denise Castillo. And then Europe is 17%. So you can see where the bulk of people that are interested in network marketing come from. Asia and the Americas. I want to prove to Fabio that the Americas are not going to let him down. And I know we've got people here from all over the world. Okay, smartphone sales between 2013 and 2016. Look at this. Crazy, isn't it? And in fact, in 2016, sales of smartphones fell off. But it was still $400 billion. $400 billion. How much of that market do you want to garner? These numbers continue to amaze me. And we're going to blow the doors off of all of this. This is the one I love. Number of wearable devices worldwide by region. 2015 and 2020. Okay? Right now, Asia and North America, almost a dead heat. North America, 180 million. Asia, 194 million. Latin America, 26 million. Central and Eastern Europe, 45 million. So you know where to grow your business. Everywhere right now. October is going to start fourth quarter. By fourth quarter, we're going to be fully up and ramped to 1 million phone devices per month and 3 million wearable devices per month. We are not going to be short on stock. Welcome to World.